Listen, if there's one thing that is positively undeniable, it's that chaos follows that man wherever he goes. Oh my God, it happened again. So this is breaking news. This is wild. I was actually not planning on doing anything tonight, and then this thing came across my feed, and I read the story. So here it goes. Apparently, there was a second assassination attempt on Donald Trump. So the get everything out of the way. He's fine. Trump was not hit or not injured in any kind of way. And the guy that they believe was the person who was behind this has been apprehended. So that's both good things. But like, can we just talk about like the times that we're living in, that like the guy who's running for president has now had 2 would-be assassins try to take him out in the last 2 months. Like, it seems like an eternity ago when the first assassination attempt happened at the rally, but that was July. So I think it was July 13th. So it was 2 months ago. Anyway, so this from The Guardian, and we'll just go through this, and I'll kind of give you, I'll fill in the rest because I can't read the entire. I don't want to read the entire thing. It says, suspect held after Trump attempted assassination at Florida golf course. Suspect was in custody, and an AK-47 style assault rifle and scope recovered at Trump's golf course in Florida on Sunday afternoon after what the FBI called, quote, an attempted assassination of the former president. An agent with the U.S. Secret Service spotted the muzzle of a firearm poking through a fence in a wooded area at the Trump International Club in West Palm Beach, where Trump was playing, officials said. The agent, part of the security team scouting the course ahead of Trump, opened fire, and the suspect fled, the Palm Beach County Sheriff Rick Bradshaw told reporters at an afternoon press conference. He said a witness took photographs of the suspect and the vehicle he drove off in, and a person was stopped and detained on I-95 by deputies in Martin County, immediately north of Palm Beach County, soon afterwards. Okay, so what happened was the Secret Service was ahead of Trump while he's playing, right? They're like scouting the course, I guess, ahead of him. And one of them sees the muzzle of the firearm pointing through a fence. And so the story goes that, like, they heard gunshots, but it's not confirmed as of yet whether the would-be assassin actually shot. It sounds like to me that, like, the Secret Service spotted him and shot at him before he could get a shot off, and then he fled. Now, what happened after that was, obviously, when you hear gunshots, that kind of makes you come alert, and there was a person that was nearby where the shooter, the assassin was, or would-be assassin was, saw him running out of the bushes, and then they were able to get a picture of him, and then they were also able to get a picture of the car and the license plate. So that's how they were able to positively ID him on the highway, is that, like, he reported it to the police immediately put out an ABP, and then every cop basically got onto the highway at different exits until they found the car and pulled him over. Now, the really interesting part was that after they pulled this guy over, there was apparently no weapon in the car because he left it there. And there was also no, like, he didn't seem surprised. He didn't seem, like flustered. He didn't seem like an insane person. He apparently didn't even ask, like, why he was being arrested. So I guess he knew that he got caught dead to rights. So, but yeah, like, it's wild. So the good news and the key takeaways from this so far is that, 1, Trump didn't get shot. He's totally fine. And 2, the person who did try to apparently allegedly assassinate him is in custody. So it goes on to say, Bradshaw did not identify the suspect, but the Republican Florida State Representative John Snyder said on X that he was a white male. 3 local law enforcement officials speaking to the AP on the condition of anonymity named him as Ryan Wesley Routh. Voter registration documents in North Carolina show a man of the same name, aged either 57 or 58, residing in Julian, and registered as a Democrat, having voted most recently in March of this year. Okay, so also interesting. The first assassination attempt was a kid who was a registered Republican. This person, if it is that person, like if it does actually match up that that's him, he's a registered Democrat here in North Carolina. So super weird. I don't know what to make of that. I know that there's going to be freak out on the right because that, you know, this time they're going to be like, oh, it's because the Democrats are saying bad things about Trump. Listen, if there's one thing that is positively undeniable, it's that chaos follows that man wherever he goes. That said, we've got to actually take him out at the ballot box on election day. Like, you can't just go around shooting people that you don't like. Like, Trump is silly and he's dangerous for the policies that he's proposing and the rhetoric that he espouses. But he hasn't actually, like, I don't know what to say. Like, you can't, like, it's wild. I've never lived through an assassination attempt on a president, and then this is twice in the same year in 2 months. So last I want to go to the guy who was the actual sheriff, and he's going to describe what happened, and we'll just take a look here real quick.
Fortunately, we were able to locate a witness that came to us and said, hey, I saw the guy running out of the bushes. He jumped into a black Nissan, and I took a picture of the vehicle and the tag, which was great. So we had that information. Our real-time crime center put it out to the license plate readers. And we were able to get a hit on that vehicle on I-95 as it was headed into Martin County. We got a hold of Martin County Sheriff's Office, alerted them, and they spotted the vehicle and pulled it over and detained the guy. After that, we took the the witness that witnessed the incident, flew him up there, and he identified as the person that he saw running out of the bushes and jumped into the car. In the bushes where this guy was is a AK-47 style rifle with a scope, 2 backpacks which were hung on the fence that had ceramic tile in them, and a GoPro, which he was going to take pictures of. So those are being processed right now. The Secret Service agent that was on the course did a fantastic job. What they do is they have an agent that jumps one hole ahead of time to where the president was at. And he was able to spot this rifle barrel sticking out of the fence and immediately engage that individual, at which time the individual took off.
Okay. So again, like I said, they positively ID'd him because there was a guy who saw him coming out of the bushes, and then they went to the spot where the guy was, the attempted assassin was, and he had apparently a GoPro with the rifle and his backpack, and then there's a picture of it right here showing, so you can kind of see like the rifle sitting up there with the scope on it against the fence. It's wild. So it seems like he was going to attempt to film himself trying to take Trump out. I'm sure we'll find out more. This only happened like a couple hours ago, so I'm positive we'll find out more as the information comes out. But again, totally wild. I can't believe somebody else tried to take out Trump. I guess the only positive part of this story, if you even want to call it that, is that nobody died. So the first time around, a couple people died. the Trump supporter, Corey, I'm blanking on his last name, the fireman, the Trump supporter, and then the shooter himself, and then a couple other people were injured. So nobody was hurt during this. So I guess that's one positive, I guess. But it's still, I still can't get over the fact that somebody else tried to take Trump out. It's nuts. It's completely nuts. Guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I will try and cover this more as more information comes out. Y'all have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.